Estaba en su celular ahí. Mal, mal, mal. Puntos menos. It's your business. It's your money. It's not mine. So now we start. No, we don't have it. We will have it. Maybe not today. Maybe not right now. But I will find a way. Hi, Memo. Sí. Bueno, primero vamos a tener una introducción en español. This introduction is in Spanish. It's not meant for you, but it's meant for my viewers so I understand what's about to go down and what has been going down the last 5-6 days. Bueno, señores y señores, como han visto, estamos acá en Huatulco, en el sur de Oaxaca, en México. Un gran país, gran lugar, con grandes compañías. Muchas señoritas aquí, todas, la mayoría tienen un negocio o un emprendimiento o algo en lo que trabajan. Algunos tienen suplementos de proteína, suplementos alimenticios para la industria del bienestar y la salud. Otras tienen unas como, pues, medicina homeopática. Sí, son como gotitas y goteros, etcétera. Trabajan en eso. Otras son modelos profesionales de alta gama de moda. Y otros también tienen otros negocios similares. Entonces, aquí me preguntaban a mí, Memo, tú te dedicas a varios negocios, tienes varias cosas en las que te desempeñas. Ustedes ya saben, tengo mis empresas, tengo esto, lo otro. Y bueno, ahí está la página de memosalinas.com. El tema no es sobre mí, ya saben lo que hago, los que no, búsquenle ahí. La idea es darles allá un pequeño curso, una introducción muy breve de lo que es las ventas y qué tan eficiente hace uno el producto o un servicio y cómo lo canalizan y lo colocan para que puedan generar nuevas ventas, una marca real y una tracción con los clientes o con futuros clientes que ellas pueden llegar a tener con sus negocios y sus productos. Entonces, habiendo dicho eso, vamos a avanzar con la introducción en inglés, que de eso se trata. So, that was brief so they understand. Aparte, si es que se les escapa ahí, voy a estar hablando en inglés. Abajo van a estar los subtítulos, entonces es una clase también que va a estar en español para ustedes. So, Gisa, are we going to pay attention? Muy bien. Estaba en su celular ahí. Mal, mal, mal. Puntos menos. It's your business, it's your money, it's not mine. So, now we start. Muy bien. First of all, introduction in inglés. I haven't an intro in English. Okay. So, I need to do the intro in English now, of course. I mean, you know why we're here, but our viewers do not. Here we are in Oaxaca, nice state in the south of Mexico, in a nice, beautiful beach and scenery called Huatulco. And this weekend, I don't know if you've been noticing, but throughout my stories and my diverse social media platforms, we've invited some girls from all over the world, from different backgrounds, experiences, but having one thing in common. They are all entrepreneurs. They have other means of income, not only selling pictures or doing shoots or this and that. They also go into business, having different products or services or both. And some in herbal medicine, some in supplement or food supplements and proteins, etc. Others doing high fashion, and others Pilates as well. So this course or this brief explanation of how we do things and how we allocate a product or a service and get it out there so other people can come and buy it and have a recurring process of going back to your product or your service. It's a brief introduction that I'm going to give here, a little course, 15 minutes. Hopefully they value it, they apply it to what they do. And the idea is for any who's watching this over there back in your house or at home or wherever you are, this applies to any product or any service. It's basic business knowledge, common sense that is not so common nowadays. A lot of people try to overcomplicate their things and their strategies and their way of selling or creating marketing or creating more means of income or streams or getting more sales, when in fact it's just very, very, very simple, but hard to execute when it comes to a product or a service, depending on what you're doing. Having said that, we're going to start now by a very simple diagram that I saw once in a conference that goes like this. Okay, this is your target of a business. A lot of people say, okay, what are you gonna do? Oh, I'm gonna sell phones, I'm gonna sell pens, I'm gonna sell tables, I'm gonna sell, I don't know, light bulbs, I'm gonna sell protein supplements, I'm gonna sell whatever product or service, I'm gonna be, I don't know, an airline, whatever. And they start with the business is with this. With the what, okay? That's what a lot of people do, and it's a very normal way of saying, what am I gonna do? What do you do? What do you do? What do you work in? What do you want to do? Etc. You say, okay, well, what do you do? Well, I sell sculptures. Okay. And how do you do it? That's the second step. People start thinking this way. When you want to make money, when you want to go ahead, when you want to work with something, you start thinking like this. It's how people think, but it's not the correct way. So let me move forward so I can explain. Then people go into the how. How do you do it? Well, we're gonna go over there and I don't know, let me give an example, chairs. No, I'm gonna get the wood from wherever place and have a carpenter do this and that. The costs here, there, moving it, or having a logistics to sell all my costs, etc. That's the how, like the inside of the business or the details. That's the hard part, or the part where it gets tricky, because you get into the hits of reality of how something works and things that don't work, and everything, we're all millionaires and rich on an Excel, but once you get to the thing going, the numbers are not exactly the reality because of the things that arise in the how we do a product, okay? And then, oh, well, this was bad. This was over here and this was over here, but anyways. The third one, and the most important, that people don't really pay attention to, is the why. And this is our number one priority, because sadly, a lot of people say, I want to do a business only because I want to be rich, or only because I want to get more income and travel the world. I don't know, whatever it is your reason, but you're not thinking about the product itself or who you're going to benefit, their client. A lot of people have their mentality. Sí, adelante. Ah, nice. Nos trajeron unas limonadas. Gracias, qué amable. Te quito una.
Muchas gracias.
Gracias, qué amable. So,
cheers.
Brief little break. Salud. Usually people say, what am I going to do? How am I going to do it? And then at the end, or maybe they don't even know why they're doing it. So you go into a business and you say, okay, I'm going to do my proteins, for example, protein supplements. That's what I'm doing. How I'm doing it? Well, I get the product from here. I have a source that sends me in this, the packaging, the labeling, the branding, the distribution, everything. Well, that's the how. But then at the end you say, why? Well, a lot of people put the why at the end. They'll say, well, because I want to have a business, because I want to earn money, I want to be rich, I want to be independent, whatever the reason is. When in fact, this is where they should start, and the correct why is not about you or the physicality or the product itself. It's about further into the why of the product. For example, why is Apple computer so successful? They didn't start by saying what, then how, and then why. They started with the why. They say, why am I going to create Apple? Steve Jobs said back then, no? He said, well, I'm going to create the best, smoothest, most ergonomic products, physically attractive, easy to use, step 1, 2, 3, that even a child can use it. And that's true. You open an iPad, it has one button. Microsoft, on the other hand, you open a laptop and it has, old computers, how they were. So he simplified technology. Obviously, this is very common for us to know this, but you can apply that sense and that way of thinking into every product or service that you launch out there, because you need to have a why to revolutionize or to actually have a passion with what you're doing. And I'm not saying work on your passion. A lot of people go work on their passion and end up being broke. No, I'm just saying make the why a big, deep reason for you to be doing the business. You're gonna fix a problem. You're gonna revolutionize a way of doing it. You're gonna change the mindset of how it works, or the process of how it gets done. That's the why. And that's why Apple is so successful. They started with this. They said, I'm gonna make the best products, easy to use, user-friendly, and it's gonna kill the market. And now we're so used to it that we don't even realize it anymore. But back then, it was a big revolution. It was a big step. Then you think about the how, and then you think about the what. Because we say, yeah, we started by saying, we're gonna create the most successful, user-friendly, smooth, technological products and get them out there. That's the iPhone, etc. We all have one of these in our pockets. So how are we going to do it? Well, we're going to create them by being like that and beat my competition with that edge. And what are we going to create? Phones, whatever comes up, whatever it is. They start just tweaking the product or whatever they have. No? Give me a second here. So, yeah, see, we're all addicted to these things. So, that's one thing. And then, moving along to the next part. A lot of people say, in simplifying your products or your services. Here, these ladies, they're entrepreneurs in their own products and programs or services. Some in herbal medicine, others in working out, Pilates courses, etc. Others in food supplements and Giza. Modeling. So they all need to create something called this. The need. If your product is not needed, or you don't at least trick the consumer or the client into needing your thing, it's not gonna penetrate. Especially if your product is more of like a want or I can live without type of thing, such as food supplements, fitness, luxurious items, stuff like that, that you can live without it, but in order to be successful with it, you need to make your client feel that they need it. They need to feel that they really need your product, otherwise they're missing out on it, or that you create the FOMO, whatever you think about it, but you gotta have them need it. So think about different reasons or different ways how they're gonna need your product. Whereas you can make up things. I was telling this to Cambry earlier. You can kind of make up what you tell them that they need, because you're tricking into them buying it. I mean, you're selling something that works. It has to work. That's something that I was telling Cambry also earlier. Like, you cannot be lying to your clients about your product, because you can lie, or your service. You can lie to a lot of people some of the time, and you can lie all the time to some of the people, ¿no? That's what I say. O sea, puedes mentirle, I'm gonna say it in Spanish. Se le puede mentir a mucha gente algo del tiempo, o se le puede mentir todo el tiempo a un poco de gente. Pero no se le puede mentir a toda la gente todo el tiempo. So going back to it, you can lie to some of the people all of the time, or you can lie to all of the people some of the time, but you cannot lie to everyone all of the time. So the way that you need to market your stuff or your products or your services, you need to create a need by explaining or convincing them that they need your product in order to make their life better, to make it easier, to whatever it is your angle of business or product or service that you're offering. You need to feel them that they actually need it. If they don't need it, they're not gonna buy it. I know that no one needs a Ferrari, but they create the need mentality in men, us, that you want a fast car. That's since you're a kid, you like to play with cars. I don't know. In women, other things that you guys like, the girls like fashion, bags, I don't know. No one needs a Birkin, but how much do you think that you want it, no? So they put that in there. So it's a want and a need. That's something that you guys need to figure out how to apply it. Start with the why, move on to the how, and then just the what will come easy. And you can apply this to any business that there is out there. Those are two things. And another important thing that I wanted to present to you in another way, I have it written down here somewhere. See, that was another thing. The devil is in the details. Everything that you do, the detail, the way that you sell it, or that you place it, or that you portray it, or make the consumer think about your product or service, will change the way that they recur to you by buying again, or not coming back to you again. It's like Starbucks, for example. Starbucks, it's just, it's so much marketing, but they're selling sugar in a cup. That's it. And they're not talking about selling the coffee or the beans from, I don't know. They might tell you once you're in there, but what do they sell? They'll just say, come here, this is the best place, we're in every corner, it's fast, it's premium, but it's not, but you go in there and it smells nice. I don't know what they do. I don't even drink coffee, I don't like it. But that's another thing. So that's important for you to have it in mind. And with these things, if you focus on the details, you create the need, focus on the details. And this is what part that I want you to kind of understand, that sometimes kills businesses, because people Details are good and they're important once with the strategy of the business or with a catch or this and that. For example, with the aloe yoga business that I saw, and I got invited to that like 6 years ago when they were coming out, and they said, we're gonna create a brand, it's gonna be sportswear for women, this, that, and they got into the details of making them pretty. Colors were very like how they are, you know, like very light, very nice, smooth. Nike was like orange, green, red, black, white, and these are like creams, colors that are more feminine. The design was better. I saw the product when they were showing me that. It's better. And what happened? They got the details very set, very too specific, and they applied it to the whole business model. And now they have spas, gyms, etc. because they started with a why. We're gonna create a brand that is very smooth, ergonomic, or in a very pretty design that women want, that is not for men and women like a Nike shoe, or well, Nike shoes no, but like Nike wear or a sweatshirt or something that can go for both sexes. It's focused only on that. Good design and good product placement and marketing that they use social media, obviously, with this. And now moving on to the interesting part, because all of you girls do social media and you try to place your products or services through social media, and that is the part that I wanna be focusing a little bit on. Once you have this, you have different channels of marketing, obviously. And nowadays, a lot of people, and we've seen it everywhere else, we've seen it also in politics and in areas of other sports as well. You don't really need, sadly, to have the best product in order to get it out there. You simply need to have a good marketing strategy and all this set up correctly in order for the people to buy it and pay it. And you don't need traditional, obviously, sources of advertising as before, as TV, etc. You could use it, it helps. But we're gonna focus here now on the marketing level of social media and platforms, no? Social media and all these platforms. Earlier, I was talking to Cambry and I think others of you, I think Samantha told me, she said, I don't like TikTok. I don't like it. I don't think I resonate with it. I don't like it. I like Instagram, for example. It's, again, this is not a matter of you liking something or not. It's about what the market is asking for and where are they viewing the shit that you want to put out there in order for them to pay. I don't know why, but Instagram doesn't really put your content out there to new people. I don't know how or why. All I see is little viral videos of whatever nonsense comes up, someone jumping from here to there, or something very visual but very short but not useful. And I don't know why they use that. Maybe they want people losing their time. I don't know what Meta's ideas are with using their platform, what they want with it. But with TikTok, no. With TikTok, it's very different, and I think you girls are missing out on something very big there, because I myself use TikTok. When Jordan and we started using social media, I didn't even have a TikTok account, and I was thinking the same way as Samantha. I said, I don't like TikTok. It's for dancing, doing stupid things that little kids do. It's not me. Like, I don't feel comfortable. And he said, just be you, relax, do what you're gonna do. I'll take care of the TikTok and uploading different things. We started doing it, and by, I don't know, 8 months, Jordan, no sé, we grew to 1.7 million followers. All of them real. I repeat, I have not put a single cent on money on my social media, not 1 cent. So all of these 1.7 million followers on TikTok are real persons from all over the world. And I was telling Cambry this, why do they like my social media? Why do they see it? Or why do they listen to me whenever I want to talk about something? Well, first of all, I'm not that stupid. I have something up here, and I know about different topics and things, and I can share my ideas, obviously. But the most important part is that they know that I'm not selling them anything. I'm not trying to force feed them something into their mouth saying, buy my stuff, look, it's me, buy my course. I don't even have courses on. I don't sell this. I'm doing this because this is a wellness retreat that we had for a couple of 7 days, empowering women. This is important. Also to be in the introduction, Jordan. And empowering women and teaching them different strategies through social media or in general knowledge of business for them to grow their platforms and their businesses and their services or products. So moving along, I was saying, so since I don't try to feed them anything, everything that they view is like, oh, if Memo uploaded a pic of this whatever sponge here it is, it's because he liked it, you know? He's not being sponsored by that sponge or that glass. He liked it and he uploaded. Done. Something is cool about it that I don't yet understand. I'll ask Memo, what's the deal? What's that? Where is it? Why? I'll even upload a picture like this and they'll ask me, what are those pens or something, you know? Like, because everything they want to know what I'm using or what I am doing, because they see me living a certain life or in a certain way, or because I'm healthy and I take care of myself, or because I do well in business, because of whatever reasons that englobe you. And each one of you are not the product, but you are the base of your products and services. So once you work on your why, and we create here a superstar Samantha, superstar Cambry, superstar Isa, superstar Daphne. Once you create this, I'm gonna put 5 stars here like GTA. 5-star, powerful, happy, winner woman, okay? Once she has that in different ways and she portrays it in the whole aspect of her life, she can go ahead and start creating this. She can create needs for products or services that she wants, or that she wants to push or create or sell. Go into the details, go into the social media with these products or services, but you need to start with your person, with your character. You cannot be a character. That's something else that is very important, and I also stress, because how many times have you seen an ad and you see someone and you know that it's acted? Like, you know it's a setup. Like, it's not, he wasn't there running and sweating and looking all tan and fit saying, this is protein, this is a good one, be like me, this is now. No, it's a photo shoot that took 5 hours, or a video shoot that took 5 hours, like a commercial of, I don't know, Speed Stick or Colgate toothpaste. Right? Those are commercials, and people that buy those type of things, I don't even know why these companies keep doing those ads, to be honest. Like, it's just it's tiring. It's like you see the guy there shaving, he's not shaving for real. He probably, you know, I'm comparing it to my world, like razors or whatever. So you see a Gillette commercial and you see a guy that's perfectly shaven, the skin like the baby, like here, you know, like soft. Probably the guy had laser hair removal and he doesn't grow hair anymore, but he's using the thing and it's like, wow, dude, I want to, you know, I think that thing works. But you know, it's not true. It's better if you go and say, like, apply it into your own sense of business or product. It's better if you just go straight in there and be like, this is me, I'm shaving right now, look how good this thing works, and it has to work. That's a problem. Or at least you need to have good skin in order for not to, you know, start bleeding, or I don't know. I'm just thinking about how you can apply it in different products. You need to think about how you can apply it in different products or services that apply to what I'm saying. You need to make the ads and the marketing in an organic way. And when people think organic, most of us incorrectly think, oh yeah, I'm gonna be in nature, this and that, setting up the tripod here, making it all nice and pretty and organic. No, it's not organic. Organic means making use of the moment, of the situation, of the place you're in, of the exact moment. I don't mean, oh yeah, tomorrow we're gonna shoot when the sun, no. Don't plan it out. Just go ahead and roll with it. Because when it's real, you cannot lie. The camera cannot lie. It's very hard for the camera to lie. You need to be a mega actor. And even actors, they mess up scenes, like, you know? So if it's happening for real and your product or your service is in that moment and you're portraying it in the correct way, people will believe it and actually feel they need your stuff and buy it. If it's all acted out and it's force-fed, and maybe through time it's gonna take ages, like buying a bucket of Kentucky Fried Chicken or a pizza that you know it's fake and it's plastic and it's crap, but it's been there for so long, or like a Coca-Cola, which even Santa Claus would stamp into the bottle so you could buy it, no? Maybe you'll be successful then, but the thing is to create it now. You need to be winning money today, not in 10 years. And having said that, that's another thing that puts all of this, sometimes it goes to shit because people want to eat the steps quickly and they want to buy now my course, buy now my protein. It's the best in the world. It's cheap, or it's very expensive, or no. Focus on the why. Focus on the character, the person, you, that sells the idea of the whole thing, that creates it into a need, that gets the details correctly in the form or the strategy of the business, that uses organic, real moments, real, organic moments to get this through. And once you get kind of a hold of that, you can actually come up with something that can resonate with an audience. They can believe and understand what you're selling them or what you're offering them. And not only that, they will also be more curious about other areas in your life, which maybe can turn into a business afterwards. Say, for example, Samantha is advertising her drops, no? And she happens to have, I don't know, some other product here on the side. It was not her intention. It's not about the drops, but it's I don't know, a cute box or some stress ball. I don't know, whatever you want to think of regarding a little bit in the health side, or this massage thing for the head. I don't care. You know, I mean, there's a guy on the Shark Tank that became a billionaire selling these sponges that have a smiley. Have you seen it? $1 billion. Yeah. What's the name? Swipe Scrub Daddy. Yeah. I don't understand. It's a sponge with a smiley.
Disintegrate.
Yeah, it's very tough, it's very good, it's soft and then hard. Like, he created a good product. But that's what I'm saying, like, it can be anything that actually works and that resonates with an audience that feel a need. And what I'm back to the point, so you can be there with your drops and you have a sponge there, say an example of a Scrub Daddy or something like that. Hey, I noticed that sponge or that head massaging thing. Where is it from? Where did you buy it? Like, I've had that happen to me with a bunch of shit that I could have, and I was like, why don't I just do that thing and sell it to my viewers, to my followers? But I have other businesses that don't require follower viewing. I don't know, like, I just happen to have the followers and the engagement and the community because I did not started looking for them in the first place. You know what I mean? Like, I did not try to follow me because look, no, I just went on with life and did what I was doing. And if there's a product or a service or something that resonates with your lifestyle, which is something that you should focus on, then through that channel or that area or that way of living, you should integrate your product or your service, creating the need. So saying the example, say Samantha or Daphne is giving a class, Pilates, blah, blah, and there's a medicine ball there, you know, those balls. Oh, that's cool. I like that. What brand is it? Right? Just think about it, hey, why don't I just do that and sell it to them, you know? So that's how something could start off, and the idea is for you to portray the product or the service kind of like that medicine ball on the side. Don't feed it to the client like, this is lemonade. This is the best lemonade in the world. Look, lemonade. No, have a fucking lemonade there on the table in the corner and have them thinking like, what the hell is this guy drinking? Maybe that keeps him fit. Maybe that helps him grow a beard. I don't know. You know what I mean? Just leave it there as a question of curiosity. We're humans, we are very curious. Curiosity killed the cat. But humans, we all want to know always something extra, no? Maybe by this video, someone's going to ask, yo, this sculpture is amazing. Where did you get it? I have no idea. But if I knew, maybe I could start a business off of doing that. But if I already have the following and I already have my persona with a 5-star super Powerpuff Girl like you girls are, you can kill it. And that's the whole idea of placing a product or a service in social media. And another thing that's very important, and I heard this off of Gary Vaynerchuk, the guy that I don't even know what he owns, but he's always on TikTok for a reason. He does good with marketing and videos, and what he says, I agree with him. And he always says, you know what? When you have a viral video that for whatever reason went viral, say it's you doing a handstand or skiing, I don't know, grab that video again, tweak it a little bit, adding your parts of the product or the service. I don't know how you're gonna do it, or act it again, but do it again, the same thing you did, and put in your product or your service. Or say, if you wanna know more about and you put it there, but you kind of integrate it in an organic way. I don't know how you're gonna do it. Remember, organic is not planning the perfect moment. No, organic is taking the real moment and having it put there in an organic way without acting anything. Maybe you'll run through one take or two, 3 max. Once you're going to the 3rd, 4th take, that you're done. You're a politician saying lies on TV. Like, they're always like, oh, this is me and I'm the greatest you've ever seen. And there you see their eyes, they're reading the teleprompter. That's bullshit. No one believes that anymore. And if they do, like, it's gonna change very quickly. And we've seen that everywhere in the world. So that's basically a little bit of a summary of my brief course here, empowering women on this nice week trip to Huatulco, Oaxaca, south of Mexico. I encourage everyone that speaks English, or if you're from America or anywhere in the world, come invest in Mexico. We have a lot of good opportunities here. People are very happy. We're very welcoming and giving. And in general, I think it's a very free country. And I appreciate that you girls came over this time. I hope you learned something here about my little stories. They're real. Actually, I've done a lot of this in my life with different products or services that I have. For example, I have a company that does transportation that takes people to work. That was based on because of public transportation in my state and in most of Mexico, to be honest, is a failed system. So what happens? People need to get to work, but there's no metro, there's no this, that, or maybe there is, but it's crap, or they don't fit, or they assault you there. It's a mess. So what we did is we have buses that take people to work. It's a very simple business. You can pick them up in a stop nearby, drop them by the plant. The rest of the day, the bus is free. I can do a lot of stuff in between. But I've done videos with me, myself, inside my buses, doing, talking, saying, engaging, all of what I'm saying here. So when these guys are going to work and they're inside of one of my buses, they're like, I'm here because Memo owns this and I like Memo. So they like the whole idea. And of course, I deliver them a good product. My buses have AC. They don't have a warm ACs because Mexico's 40 degrees out there. It's like 95 Fahrenheit, in case you didn't know. But I mean, they're nice. I take care of my people. I pay them well. I know who's my drivers. I have partners that manage this every day. So you need to have a good product or a good service. And if you don't believe in your product or your service and you're not there with it, don't even do it. Because first you got to believe it and do it for real and believe in what you're doing in order for people to actually come and pay for it. And the most important thing always is to create the need. And the last and first and most important thing is a business is this. Money coming in because of a good why. Always. You can say you have a business, this, that, blah, blah. If there's no money coming in, not a business. Doesn't work. No bueno. So always sales, 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 income, income, income. And well, another thing that I don't like in Mexico in general, I don't like getting debt, getting in debt with a lot of stuff before you get out there and actually implement some sales. I think it's better to go by one step at a time, focusing on how you're going to grow what you already have without owing the bank your whole life. No, that's the problem that in America we have, and I've seen in every company, a lot of companies lately. They say Uber, I'm not sure, I think Alfonso would know. I think Uber is like broke and they're worth a gigazillion dollars, but they don't make money. I don't like those type of businesses. I like businesses that make money, because when shit hits the fan, the tide runs out, we're gonna see who's swimming naked, because it's all a party until you don't have what you stand for, you know what I mean? And that's something that's very important. And last but not least, the most important part of a business, can someone tell me what it is? The most important area of a business. I haven't really mentioned it here, but think about it. What makes a business thrive? Like, just key.
The people?
Yes, correct. Clients. The client is the number one most important aspect of a business. If your client is not happy, if your client is mad at you, if your client, you lied to him, if your client, you didn't deliver what you said you will, he will say, you are shit and I don't want to see you ever again. And that has happened to me with a lot of stuff, and I'm sure to you as well. So the most important thing, and that's not going to fit here, but the client is number one always. Always. We have a saying in Spanish that we say, El cliente manda. The client rules. Done. So whenever a client comes in your store, it's like, oh, no, we don't have it. We will have it. I'll get it tomorrow, or text me here, there. You need to say, maybe not today, maybe not right now, but I will find a way. Oh, do you have these ones in large? I'll send them to you tonight. I have them in the other store. They do that at clothing shops all the time. You've seen it. Like, they don't want to let you go away without them solving or selling something to you. And other stuff that we might, I don't want to make this boring and long. I think it's been already long, but other stuff that I want you to know, and you can ask me, and I've talked with Cambria a lot, is people, like, different strategies of how to hook a new client or hook another sale, is give them free stuff. We were saying, remember? Not free, because everything, there's no such thing as a free lunch, as we learned in economics, Tim Staffel. There's no such thing as a free lunch, because someone is paying somehow, somewhere for it, you know? But make them feel that they got something for free. And they'll say, wow, this company really thought of me. They gave me something that I was not expecting. I got something extra. I paid only for one thing and I got another one. But don't just do something like, oh yeah, here's a little envelope of 2 drops of a moisturizer. No, you know how they do that on like high-end creams like La Mer or whatever? They give you like a little shit envelope, like, come on. Like, you know, like, don't be cheap. Give me something nice. Give me a little bottle or something, like a whole product. And Cambria was telling me, and I'm gonna keep this off the record and off the books, but don't tell them. No, I'm not gonna go into numbers, but I'm gonna say X product, the cost is relatively cheap and it has a big margin. That's not only in your business, it's everywhere in the world. There's a lot of businesses like that. Starting with high-end fashion, by the way. Those bags are a scam. They're the same. A Birkin and a whatever Chinese thing, they do the same. They carry your stuff around. But they created a need here in our heads that we need that Birkin bag. We need to be the baddest bitch in the party, and everyone's gonna be staring at us, heel to toe, heel to head. Yes, Daphne, amazing. Me, look. That's how products are. But going back to the Cambria's example or whatever product you want to think about. You send them a product that they buy, that they pay, but in the price on the delivery, you obviously put a little extra on the handling, shipping, and delivering. They love to do that in the US. Like they charge you more for delivering the thing than for the product itself. It's ridiculous, but that's how it works, and people actually pay for it, or they fall for it, or they don't notice when they're going to checkout. I'm not saying scam your clients, no, but I'm saying put in a little extra there and give them something for free so they feel that they're getting something for free out of you, but they already paid for it, you know, in a way. So, and that's how you, oh wow, I got this. Another one is give them with the margin, so that they feel like they're getting more value. Yeah, you play with your, you calculate that free bit, you calculate that into your cost. So then you're like, you get a free sample of this as well, but actually it's included in your cost. It's pretty much just Black Friday. Pretty much, yeah. That's how discount works. But don't do it on Black Friday, because that's, I expect you to give me shit on Black Friday. That's what people think, the client. Do it on, I don't know, January 10, when everyone's afraid and they want new sales and they're all spend money because they really came back from holidays and Christmas and blah, blah. Do it then. They'll be like, wow, this is for real. And it is for real because you're giving them something for free. Another thing is, clients always love when you give them money back for a reason. A refund of whatever, without even asking for the product you gave them back. You know what I mean? So it's not a return it in 10 days, get your money back kind of deal. No. It's more of a, hey, listen, we just started selling this new product. We just noticed that, whatever, your bottle had 20 less capsules and they don't know. They already took it. They're not going to count 120 capsules. You know, that's just a quick example. Has 20 capsules less than the original bottle that we were going to take out. So you know what? For that, here's your $10 or $20 back. Also, you include that in a margin, how you were saying right now to Daphne, like you put it there in the margin in a way that you sold them already something, but you give them back money. So they'll be like, wow, this is amazing. I got a refund, but they don't ask me for the product. I'm gonna keep on buying from them. So it's just a way of creating you around everything that you can actually possibly sell market, place, or share out there. That would be the basis, the basis of how you can land any possible business that you can imagine. Basically, and I hope this mini course has entertained you, or maybe served you a bit, or a lot, I don't know. As you can see, I improvised it completely. I just had 2, 3, 4 ideas, and maybe it didn't come out as a professional talk, whatever. But the important part is when you're doing ads, when you're gonna put something of content, always improvise. If you write it down like a movie, it's gonna appear as a movie. And if you don't have a full on-set production of 50 people checking every angle, detail, this line, that, and redoing it, it's not gonna look real because it's not real. And this is 120,000% real. Like, I just did this out of my brain. Like, I have these ideas and knowledges that I know that I've been acquiring through time. And I know that these things work in different scenarios in every possible business. And I hope you can apply it in different ways. And if you have any questions regarding this, or you want to go deeper on this, we can go ahead and now prosecute.
Q&A?
Yeah, of course. Bravo, gracias. Sí.
Not Alfonso snoring like that.
Alfonso, you snore on my course. You're gonna fail, buddy. What's wrong? Se durmió, güey. Se durmió toda mi clase. No, eso no es el camino al dinero y al éxito. ¿Qué pasó? Where we go?
Es que se unió al equipo de 5 años.
No, es que dice, ya aprendí cómo dormir. Te pones a dar un curso improvisado, me dice a mí. Le digo, bueno, pues ya lo mandé a dormir. Anyways, Q&A? No? Yes? No?
Well, to a certain extent, with like keeping things real, like I would say that maybe not for TikTok, but for Instagram, like there is a certain way where like if things look aesthetically beautiful, people tend to like look at it more. So I do try to make things look good, to make it look aspirational. But to what extent would you say that like the realness is more important than like making it look good? Because I do think there is like, if I film it in like my dark bedroom at 10 p.m.
Yeah.
It's not gonna look the same as when I film it when it's a beautiful bright day. Like, to which extent would you say like the aesthetics is less important or more important than like making it an actual moment?
So your question is, how more important is it to be real than to be aesthetic?
Yes.
Where's the line?
Where's the line?
Because it is true when you look at like alo yoga, for example. You know, aesthetically it looks very well put together, very well thought. So like there is still a certain aspect that comes into the aestheticness, but then you also want to not like alienate yourself and make it too.
Because I do feel like aesthetic makes it be perceived as higher value. So
Yes,
in Lemaire,
it's
it's
more
like
expensive.
in like the Ritz-Carlton, it's not like on the sidewalk.
Correct.
So do we place ourselves in aesthetic locations or
The thing is, you can actually go forward being aesthetic and at the same time being organic, real moments. That's what I'm saying. You don't have to change one for the other. A beautiful sunset with a beautiful woman, anyone here, is beautiful always. But it can be acted or it can be organic.
Right.
Just make it organic.
So you just
Yes,
don't put it too much. Don't put too much.
don't
work.
try too hard?
Don't try too hard. Don't think about what you're gonna say. Don't just dress up with whatever you're gonna wear. Put your hair however you're gonna do it. Wear makeup if you were gonna wear. If not, no. Whatever you were gonna do, by what you already do.
Just take the product with what you
Yes, and take the product and just order the service and be like it comes out of there somehow. Like make it happen, or have it around you. I have my lemonade during the whole course.
Like Daphne's Pilates. How can she sell it if she's not literally doing Pilates? By wearing something.
That's a good example.
Like
These I
maybe-
got it here. Like
Else.
that's how Alo Yoga killed it. They have socks and they started with like
wearing around a yoga mat or like. I mean, I don't. yourself.
Yeah.
Or just being
but
like me
yourself
feeling
is what-
good and fit and
yeah, but for
like,
example,
I have energy or I sleep good. Like I don't know. Those are all like.
see that's what I'm saying here. Remember,
Yeah.
if you portray your I mean, if you portray your business benefits or pluses or wows of the business in your everyday life, all you have to do is carry your business there with you. I was giving an example to Camry. Luxury items like watches, jewelry, Cartier, this, that, they don't need much marketing because it's already there every day of their lives in the people that bought them. Because they buy that and they're traveling the world, or they're in hot places, or this and that, or in galas, I don't know, Bulgari, whatever. And that's the marketing already, it's there, you know? But they do it so well because the product goes with that. Or it's like, let's go to another extreme, maybe like that brand Reef or Squalo, like the surfers, no? Quicksilver. It's there in the nature of the business, of how they use it, and the brand is there. Like, in order for you to wear a wetsuit, the logo has to be there, like it's there. So you can put some marketing here and there, whatever, but it's being used in every beach in the world. In Hawaii, I don't know, Bali, guys have the brand there. I don't know if Quicksilver is still hot, or Reef, or whatever, or Squalo, I don't know what brands they use, but it's gonna be there. So they like it because of a reason, and it's portrayed in the correct moment, in an organic way, all the time. All they have to do is slam a camera on the moment. That's why ski, sports equipment and stuff comes out as very natural. Like, you've seen the ads, a hiker's just walking up a mountain. Timberland doesn't need to say much. It's not like, oh, these are the best shoes because, no, just look at the whole thing. Like, they got up the mountain there.
Yeah, it's basically starting off like if we as women are like the face of the business, or like just being yourself in like kind of like all the benefits that you have as a person, that's already your marketing to a certain extent.
Exactly.
Then if you add in like the product, it's just like, oh, like I am this person because I do this or that. So if it's like something like aspirational, then customers will be like, oh, I want to, I don't know, have as much energy as her. I want to like look as fit as her. I want to like have her skin, or I don't know what it is.
Yeah, exactly. So you need to carry your business or your product in a way that it's a part of your life, and you just include it in any moment that you want to include it. So if, I don't know, like tomorrow I want to talk about my business of the buses, for example. I'll just continue being me, get in a bus, start talking about whatever they want. Engage with your viewers. A lot of people don't answer back to comments, or they don't answer back to a tag or to mentions or whatever, because they feel it's cool because they're celebrities. Like, I'm not gonna answer back and post another post saying, hey, Mr. whatever or Miss whatever, I noticed you, here it is, and here's the answer. Remember what I told you, Camry? Like, answer them back. Sure.
Question. What do you think about like the talking to the camera?
No,
it's like
super important.
Non-negotiable, like you have to have it.
You have to view the camera.
I feel very self-conscious when I do that.
You can't. Forget about it.
Very like obnoxious. Like it's hard for me.
See,
so how do I get over that?
I told Camry a good example. Like, you can grab the camera, you can put like a mask behind it, or a hole in the nose of a clown. I don't know, whatever. Just put something there. I don't know if you need to put another friend behind there. Say, please come chill at my house for half an hour while I video this. And talk to your friend. Have him have his face behind him like Jordan is now. I mean, he's there because he's filming, but at the beginning I used to tell him, look at me in the eyes, and I was looking at his eyes, so I was talking to him. So I'm talking to him, giving this, that, and in other videos I forget, and he's like, look at the camera, so I forget because I'm on my shit, but he's like, look here, okay, look there. So always look at the camera. If you're announcing something, if you're selling something, if you want to convince someone that they need you or your stuff, you need to be looking at the camera. Otherwise, you are not there. Like, think about it. It's like if I'm talking to Gisa right, right? Hey, Gisa, do you want to go have dinner now, like in 10 minutes, blah, blah? I'm talking to you. Or like, hey, Gisa, do you want to go over and have dinner, see what's up? Like, what is this guy doing? Is he stupid or is he crazy? No connection. So
would you say that, for example, like, is this something you have to do on a daily basis? Like sometimes I'm also like, I don't know, I just feel awkward because I'm like,
you don't feel you're not in the mood.
Yeah, well, I guess like I guess I've done like Q&A, like, you know, on Instagram, and you can like ask a question and someone's like, tell me where you're from. Like, you could do a video like answering that, but like, I don't know, maybe I just, because I never do it, I never don't get better at it.
Also,
but
in like modeling, we always have to strive for perfection. So
Yeah.
it's like it's a little difficult putting something.
that's another.
The thing is that when you grab a camera and you put it on a selfie mode, I don't know, like this, it's not a professional photo shoot. Like I can see here, this, that, I need to comb my hair, whatever. But if you, it's not a professional shot. So stop thinking that you're gonna look perfect, impeccable in every way.
But that's
doing.
hard because when you come from like I still model and that's still
Yeah.
like also part of my income. So sometimes it's hard because you want to be real, but then I kind of feel like there are certain parts where like I still
still
want
part of our
to
image.
put up this image of like
I want to tell you something, and this is very true, and I'm gonna be totally real. The beauty of a woman starts in the eye, like as a man, first is physical. But once you talk to the woman, it's either way better or way worse. So if you don't have a personality in your social media, if no one knows how you are, like you're just pretty and does he talk? Does she talk? Does she laugh? It's like it's fake. Like it's not fake because you're there, but you feel that it's so
far away.
yeah, like it's
How
not.
are you gonna sell? Because I struggle with all this.
And the prettier you are, because you girls are pretty, like the prettier you are, the most further away you look. So you need to look more
approachable.
Yes, and it's not, and everyone.
It's like unrelatable. It's like not.
Yeah, it's like if
You
I.
get what I mean, right?
Yeah,
It's
like
you're-
for modeling, like now whenever I have to do stuff for stuff, you always like I always have to be like all cute and bubbly and then like, extra selfish. But then when it comes to modeling, then we're like back to like square one.
Yeah. Well, it's just because, for example, like on Instagram, like fashion clients go on my Instagram.
Yeah.
And so then you can be really real and be like, oh, I'm doing this Pilates exercise because I'm really bloated and I'm on my period. And then like in my head, I'm like, oh, I don't want this client to know I'm bloated and I'm on my, you know what I mean? Like
Well, that's what I'm.
consciously in my
Okay,
head.
so for example, that bloated period, that video, you can do it on TikTok and put it on TikTok. But Samantha doesn't like TikTok. I don't care if you like it or not, you have to use it.
Someone doesn't.
Yeah.
I do have a TikTok though.
So you have to you have to make use of that because that takes you to other platforms and all the platforms get connected. I used to have all my followers on Instagram are real, all of them. I'll do a live and there'll be 3,000 guys online. I put up I don't know, not all the posts I've liked recently. I don't know why, the reels or whatever. But you should, like, you see all my stories, like 50 something thousand people see the story. Like, it's real. They're not bought. And they did not come from Instagram. They came from TikTok. So I have my TikTok and I say my Instagram is X.
Cross promoting.
Yes, of course. And then when they see that your content on Instagram is different, they'll stay there. And that your content on TikTok is different, they'll
So
stay.
you have to have different content. I can't just repost.
No, you don't repost. So those videos that you feel kind of like, I have
Real?
Yeah,
Put them on TikTok.
put them on TikTok. But do it. Trust me, you're gonna get a lot of following like that. You're gonna get a lot of engagement and a lot of following because people can feel that you're real and that you're talking to them on the camera. Whereas on the Instagram, you're like this on I don't know, behind a Rolls Royce and this guy in somewhere, whatever, is like, I'm never gonna talk to that girl. I don't even know what her voice sounds like. Like, why would I even engage? Or a product, it's still like if Alo Yoga is gonna contact you, like picture it this way. Why does the Kardashians used to or already have or still have a lot of brands that want to be with them? To be honest, for me, they're not beautiful. I have no offense, but I don't like them. They're not pretty to me. But
Okay.
but why? Why do they get all these brand deals?
Following.
Yeah, but where did their following come from?
Like reality.
That's what I'm saying. Be real. So if you're real, you're there. They see who you are. They understand you. They've seen you, how you wake up and your hair's kind of messy. I don't know, whatever. So they know you're real. And once you get off that fear of being yourself in the camera, then people value you because you're real and you're there. And you don't need to be appearing perfect all the time.
It's also the hardest thing to do, but it's what would give you the most competitive advantage because like not a lot of people are willing to do that.
I mean,
Have you used the app Be Real, the social media app?
Be Real, I've seen it. It's like you take a picture here and backward, something like that, no?
Well, that one was quick because no one wanted it to be real, but like literally it was like a timer would go off and you'd have to take a photo.
but I also feel like it was a fun moment, but like they should have like jumped on something else too. Like
Yeah.
the fact that it was just that one picture, one time a day, I don't think it was enough to get people engaged.
Yeah, because then it's just like, okay,
Like,
we'll
I
tune
like
in
the
next
idea,
week.
but it was like,
That's an app. I mean, but they had a good idea, correct? But in summary, all of that works way better when the person that you are is actually you. And everyone here has qualities. Like, I know you're not just a pretty face, because I've seen it and I've heard you and I've gotten to know you a bit in many ways. At Cambridge, I've known her for some more time, once, etc. But I know you have things going on in your life. So that is of value. So put it out there and talk to the camera and engage with people. If you were just, I don't know, to be honest, I've met stupid girls. I mean, stupid and pretty, then just be quiet. Or not be quiet. Continue talking, do that, and I mean, they're gonna laugh at you, but you're gonna be engaging, you know what I mean? I don't know, I remember Jessica Simpson like 20 years ago.
Oh my God, is this tuna or is this
Yeah,
chicken?
that super viral. That she could have been a Kardashian, maybe, you know what I mean? Like that type of stuff. So everyone has their own way of being, and if it's funny to you, or if it's entertaining to you, or if it's attractive to you, it'll probably be for someone else, you know? Because if you have a higher IQ, you have a better sense of humor, better this, that, or more engaging in some ways. A person with a less IQ is gonna find it interesting as well.
do you do like when talking to the camera, like maybe I can do it like in the safe space of my home with the doors closed? Like you have like people that can do that in public. They're like, hey
God.
guys, right now,
Yeah.
I want it like
You know what I've noticed?
That
I
can just-
can't.
You know what I've noticed? That a lot of people, is the opinion of that guy gonna pay your bills?
No.
Who cares?
Yeah, I know. And I guess a lot of people actually do it around me. I just can't bring myself.
Yeah, I know, but what happens? You're passing by and you're like, oh, she looks so stupid. That's it.
Yeah.
Done. It's not like, stop doing that. Like, you know what I mean? Like, who cares? Live your life. Just be you.
That's true. If it's paying your bills, then
Or if it's gonna pay your bill, or if it's paying your bills, do it.
Having to take a picture on the street. Like,
Yeah. Like anytime we're working on
that's done for
the
someone else.
streets, I'm always like,
You know,
okay.
I used to get really awkward about in public, and now I don't care. But
Yeah.
I've done it.
That is the next selfie talking. Yeah, exactly. So now you don't care taking pictures in public.
Well-
In 5 years, no one is gonna. 2 years, 3 years, no one is gonna care about talking to the phone.
Yeah.
Well, it's
No one.
Tube Girl. Have you heard of Tube Girl?
No.
The girl from
Oh,
London
yeah.
who
In the
takes her, she goes on like 0.5 and she's just like dancing all
She's
crazy
like
on
in
the
London, the
subway.
metro, they have little windows, so when the train goes, it like glows.
So she's, like,
she goes
dancing
in front
and
of the window and
climbing.
she like flips with her hair.
And she
does it really
viral.
well.
And
She
she's
went
like
viral.
booking huge campaigns. She's traveling the world. She's getting commercials. She's
That's what I'm saying. But she's being herself. See,
But yeah. And
you really have to be yourself and forget what someone is gonna think or not about you. No one is a gold coin. Like no one in the world.
We can do a demonstration.
Well, right now I'm being myself. The whole thing, I didn't plan this. I just went with it. Maybe it's not perfect. I know my drawings are shit, but still, I got
I
some.
particularly like the need.
Yeah, well, that was pretty aesthetic.
really
it's a spiky
Yeah.
need.
Tell us, Samantha.
Well, because you said you didn't, at the beginning, you didn't want to do the TikTok and the voice thing on the camera. So how did you then make that, like, jump? Like, what was your process?
So I started noticing that vibró esta cosa, ¿yo tanto bien? So I started noticing that the more organic in the way that remember, organic is not a pretty scenario, aesthetic scenario. Get it out of your mind, because a lot of the word organic for us means like, perfect aesthetic. No. I notice when real moments happen is when people really look at you, or when they like, oh, I want to see that. Because it's real, it's reality. It's reality, it's relatable, or it's interesting, or it's not acted. So we're all tired of seeing acting. If I want to see someone acting, I put on a movie and see a professional acting, not some guy trying to teach me about something that he's not sure of even, you know what I mean? So you have to convince and know yourself that you need to talk to the camera and do it like this, or have a friend film you, or whatever it is that you, or you film her and then her you, or I don't, you know what I mean? Working the team.
I mean, that's maybe true. Like what you said, when you have a friend come over, like let's say you don't want to talk to the camera, you can be like film a bit where you're like telling me like this herbal medicine does this and this does this and this is really good for sleep, and Daphne really struggles with like winding down in the evening, like oh my god, and you film that. That can be like the first. I don't know. I mean, it's stupid, but like
No. It's a perfect example, and that's how organic moments arise. And if you wanna, and if maybe I can guarantee this has happened to you. You film something funny or interesting, and you said, shit, I should have worn my makeup. Shit, I should have had my hair perfect. Well, have it perfect all the time or the way you want it. Present yourself in the best way possible in every moment you have, and just go and create the content, and it's gonna be there already. But stop, don't try to go over the top. Like for example, me, sometimes I like to have my hair straightened or whatever. Not with a machine, but I go to the place and they make it. Now I haven't been, and I'm like, fuck, I should have had my, I don't care, you know, just go, you'll still look good because you feel good. And a lot of if you feel good, people notice that you feel good and you're good with yourself, and they view you as a attractive or okay person to look at. Like, yeah, it looks good, you know. It's only in your mind, your imperfections as a person. Like no one notices that. I swear to God.
confidence.
Like yeah.
It's like when you FaceTime a friend and they pick up, and it's always this like awkward angle of like, where you like, even if it's like your friend is not judging anyone that picks up on FaceTime. So I guess it's the same on